Hey, everybody. Hey, my name's Rick. I am really glad you're here. I feel bad I'm not able to be there. Welcome to Praise Fellowship. We're hosting this thing, and you've got some of the best leaders and teachers in this area gathered together. So we're really happy for that. I'm not here, unfortunately. I don't know if it's unfortunate. I'm in Kenya right now. So while you're listening to this, I guess I'm probably sleeping, but I'm over in Kenya at a couple conferences. I'll be over there for a few more days. So have an awesome time while you're here. Well, anyways, though, Tim asked me, or actually maybe I asked him. I have been around worship gatherings a lot. In fact, over the last 25 years, I know this. I've been involved in some form of leadership in over 2,000 gatherings. That's a lot. They've been all different settings. I mean, small groups, home groups, backyards, uh, huge gathering, thousands of people. And so I've seen the whole gamut. I've also seen it in all different countries, been to hundreds and hundreds of gatherings in other cultures. Well, here's what I wanted to share with you. I've seen a very common, across the board thread that makes for awesome gatherings. Everybody wants to have amazing worship gatherings, and everybody says, "Oh, how do you do it? What do you do?" Well, there's a lot of things to that, but I wanted to just say I've seen a common thread to every awesome gathering, and a common thread to the duds. And here it is in a worship gathering. There are basically three aspects to three players, if you want to say, in every worship gathering. There's the lead musician, who we will call the worship leader. There's the person who's in charge of the whole thing. At conferences, it's different things, but we can use that in our simplest term. We'll call that the lead pastor. And then there's the people who are there, the people, the however many it is, the people who are there. We could call them the worshipers. So we've got for lack of better terms, I really don't like any of these terms, but the worship leader, the lead pastor, and the worshipers. Here's what makes things great: when the three of them have a shared vision. A shared vision. What makes for a disastrous worship gathering is when personal agendas are flying high. The ultimate, you see it, it's all over the place, is when and again, these terms we're using for the sake of clarity, when the lead pastor and the worship leader have two agendas. Disaster. I don't care if the guy can play like Phil Kagi. If he's got a personal agenda, ain't nothing good gonna happen in this place. It's just not. Personal agendas will destroy gatherings, and they're very common among if you want to say the two people who are point people, the lead pastor, or the conference, the head of the conference, and the lead worship leader, lead musician. If either one of those have personal agendas that aren't united, you're in for a bad time. People ask me, what makes a great worship leader? It's not musical ability. That's just there. I have been privileged over the years to work with some of the most phenomenal musicians anywhere. But that's not what makes them great worship leaders. What makes them great worship leaders is their humility, is their common vision, the unity that works together. I wrote this down. I said, personal agendas don't fly in corporate worship gatherings. Personal agendas don't fly in corporate worship gatherings. However, a shared corporate vision by the entire gathering will provide an atmosphere where personal problems are fixed. You got to hear that. You come in and you join the corporate vision, and somehow God just fixes personal problems. You come in with a personal agenda, you leave with a corporate problem. You come in with a corporate agenda, you fix personal problems. I suppose some would call that unity, but I'm telling you, That's the secret to amazing worship gatherings. So if your worship gatherings are awful, don't look at the band and say, let's fix this. And that might be that might be an issue sometimes. But the foundational issue is, do we have a shared corporate vision? This is the very reason why when you go to conferences, you have awesome times of worship. You say, oh, if we could only get that band to come to our church. Listen, it wouldn't be any worse or better. It would be great if you have a great corporate vision, shared common gathering, and you brought in a band. It'd be awesome. If you had a lousy, everybody's about their own agenda. I got to fix this today. I don't like this. I don't like her. I don't like what she's wearing. I don't like the bass is too loud. I hate electric guitars. I wish we had a violin. Yada, yada, yada. You bring in anybody, whoever you want to bring in, it won't be any good, because the issue is corporate vision and working together. The leaders deferring one to the other, and then it just works out great. So anyways, I'm going to stop. I probably took longer than I wanted to, but you guys are having an awesome time. But what makes you guys so awesome is because you're not about personal agendas. And I wish I could be addressing a lot of pastors here also. When pastors have personal agendas, it's disastrous. It's disastrous. We like to pick on worship leaders, but pastors and worship leaders cannot have personal agendas. They must have collective agendas that then is bought by the worshipers there. And man, when that happens, kaboom, it's fun. Listen, I love you lots. Have an awesome rest of the conference. Bye.